Stark. I build neat stuff. I got a great girl. And occasionally, save the world. So why can't I sleep?
You elected me on a single platform. I will defend this country at all costs. The Mandarin must be stopped.
You don't know who I am. You'll never see me coming.
What are you going to do about these attacks?
The whole world's gonna be watching.
The question, where is Tony Stark?
Things are different now. I have to protect the one thing that I can't live without. That's you. Mr. Stark.
Today is the first day of what's left of your life. I'm gonna offer a choice. Do you want an empty life or a meaningful death?
You're not a man. You're nothing more than a maniac. I'm not afraid of you. No politics here. Just good old-fashioned revenge. We do need backup.
That's your department.
Here's my boys.
This is an interesting trailer. I'm still not blown away by it, but I don't think this trailer is supposed to blow us away. I think it's supposed to signal a change in direction for the Iron Man franchise. So I think that Robert Downey Jr., we all know, is a fantastic actor and definitely has the acting chops to pull off a darker, more serious Tony Stark movie. But I think the question's going to be, and this is a gamble for Marvel, but the question is this something that audiences want to see? I mean, of course, it's been wildly successful for Warner Brothers with their Batman, Christopher Nolan Batman franchise, but you know, we still don't know if that's something they want from all their superhero movies, or if they like having, you know, Warner Brothers be a little darker and more serious, and Marvel being a little bit more all ages, you know, flashy, very showy, you know, big special effects bonanzas. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Tony Stark, it was the first big hit for Marvel Studios, and he continues to lead the way, even with their thematic changes. So, again, not totally blown away, but more intrigued for a couple of reasons. First of all, as a lot of people, if you watch this channel, you know I love the Tony Stark-Pepper Potts relationship. So I'm not going to complain about a movie that focuses on what's going on with them and explores that further. So I like that a lot. Also, the other big thing that we're getting out of here is confirmation that this is going to be dealing with terrorism, which is also new for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the past, they've always fought supervillains, very much like in the comics. But now they're going to have this movie kind of, I think, taking on, you know, a more realistic, real-life problem. Now, you might be thinking, hey, the Mandarin is a villain, a supervillain in the comics. But I think clearly they redefined him here. I mean, beyond the fact that he's not Asian, he seems very much to be drawn from the big terrorism figures that we've seen. He seems to be a mix of Osama bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, all these kind of characters coming out of the Middle East. And it's an interesting way to go with it. I mean, a world of superheroes like Tony Stark, why wouldn't even, you know, not a supervillain who has special powers, but why wouldn't a criminal start to affect these kind of more showy changes to be on that level? I would love to see the Mandarin talk, because I'm very curious if that robotic voice is something he affects, which is very cool, or if it's something that he talks through a machine to disguise his voice. But I do like the way the voice is sounding. It's starting to move away. The more I hear it, the more it starts to become its own thing and not like a copy of Bane's voice from The Dark Knight Rises. But I also think what helps it a lot is the lines that Shane Black has written it. And we're starting to see some great Shane Black lines. This is what he promised to deliver. I think he's a solid director, but he's never really done a big special effects movie before. But this guy can write. You know, he came from the Lethal Weapon films. He started that franchise. He wrote that script. He did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He's a great writer. And I love the Mandarin lines. Two that really stood out were the welcome to the first day of what's left of your life. I thought that was fantastic. I just horribly butchered it, but Ben Kingsley delivers it very nicely. And I also like, he says, you can choose, you know, like a mediocre life or an empty life or a death, a meaningful death. And I thought that was also very interesting. So I like that a lot. I'm more curious now about the Mandarin. I like seeing more Pepper Potts in there. We know there's a lot of Easter eggs that are not at all shown in the trailer. I mean, there was some rumors that they were going to see the Hulkbuster armor. I didn't catch it. You know, there's like a small allusion to rescue when Pepper puts the mask on really quickly. But you know, who knows what she's actually doing in the film. But clearly I think they're going to play this one close to the vest all the way down to the wire, because Iron Man 3 is coming out in about 2 months already. So if they were going to show some money shots, now would be the time. I guess you could argue that the money shot is from the first trailer when his house falls into the ocean, which I thought was devastating because I love that house. But I still, you know, I think very much so they're trying, this is more about a thematic tonal change. And it'll be interesting to see if that's carried over into the other films. We do know that we do know that Thor: The Dark World is, you know, just from the title, but is also going to be a darker film. So what do you think? Do you think that Marvel is right to, you know, segue into this darker, more serious theme? You know, take a page from Warner Brothers' book, Christopher Nolan's book, or do you think they shouldn't fix what's not broken? I mean, The Avengers is the third most successful film of all time. Clearly, people liked what they were seeing. And what do you think of the Mandarin? Do you think terrorism is a good thing for Tony Stark to fight, or do you think that Marvel should stick to superhero versus supervillain fights? Oh, and I also wanted to add, I actually really did like the end shot with all the Iron Man suits, because that's classic Iron Man comics where he puts his suits on autopilot to back him up. So that was a nice nod, and also maybe a little Don Cheadle, you know, Robert Downey Jr. banter we might be treated to. So write your thoughts down below. And thank you for coming to be on the trailer, not just for the latest trailers, but these quick snapshot reviews. Thanks for watching. Bye.